before that, though, a question for you. When did you last get a good night's sleep? And hopefully it was last night. Well, for some Londoners, tiredness can be a fact of life in this busy city. Longer and crowded commutes, shift working and screen time are all having an impact. So why does it matter? Well, Sonia Jessup can tell us more.
Now, the bed is just through here. There's a sign down here asking us to leave clock time and our shoes at the door, which is what we've done. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about this bed in just a moment, but whether you're like me and you have small children and sleep is just a vague memory now, or whether you're just tired and stressed out from your city commute, it seems many of us Londoners are finding it really hard to get enough sleep. So why is that, and what can we do about it? I've been finding out. Living in London can feel like this, an endless whirl of commuting, deadlines, shift work and stress. No wonder many of us are shattered. So much so, some are checking in here. It's called a nap pod, and from £8 for half an hour, you can squeeze in a short snooze.
Especially in my line of work, when I'm using a computer a lot of the times, your eyes do get tired, you get a bit of a headache, your mind does sort of, drain. I just sort of, close my eyes and relax.
Its co-founder from Colombia says it's the concept of a siesta, and it's catching on over here.
We have people who are working in Shoreditch, working in actually people coming from Moorgate, from Bank, from the city. Sometimes we have people coming all the way from West London.
He's hoping to set up more nap pods in Canary Wharf and South Kensington. So why are we so exhausted? We turn to Imperial College London, where they have a professor of sleep.
We have a lot of jobs in London which involve shift work, and I think there's tremendous pressure on people who are shift working to be able to either sleep during the day, or often people are dealing with childcare and things like that in the daytime as well.
These students showed us how they're trying to find out more about how we sleep, which involves wearing an uncomfortable amount of wires to bed. So what should we be doing to avoid restless nights? This doctor says a good bedtime routine can work wonders.
I usually tell people to fix a wake time because you usually have to get up and go to work or college, and then work backwards from that to have a regular bedtime. And sometimes I tell people to set an alarm to tell them when to go to bed. And then if you stick to that schedule, you'll find you entrain your circadian rhythm, you start to naturally feel sleepy when it's time for bed, you fall asleep more rapidly, and you wake up feeling more refreshed in the morning.
Now, I promised that I would tell you more about this bed, and I'm joined by creator Helga Schmid. We left our shoes at the door, we turned our mobile phones off, and the idea now would be that we would lie down here for a 12-minute nap. Now, you and I can't do that, but tell us, what is the idea behind this?
It really has to do that we are in a kind of sort of time crisis, that we never have enough time, we rush, stress, burnout syndrome. So I want people to not think in these typical categories of hours, minutes and seconds, but rather focus on their body rhythms.
And we've got lots of the lighting changing, people at home might be noticing that as we go along. What's the idea behind that?
It's really in relationships. So for the project, I split up the day into 7 phases based on your circadian rhythm, so your daily bodily rhythm. And the different phases, so light is the strongest time giver for your body, and so the different light affects your body in different ways. So the blue bright light activates you, you probably notice from your computer screen, and the orange red light triggers the hormone melatonin, makes you sleepy. So each of these 7 phases has a very specific light situation.
And what kind of reaction have you had so far?
Oh, I think it's quite good because people, so it's like a 12-minute loop representing 24 hours. And people are really laying down, calming down, and also start to rethink their relationship with time.
Anyone gone to sleep yet?
Yes, some people I really have to kick out, but in a good way.
And you were talking about this is a piece of art, really, but could it have practical uses too?
Yes, so I worked with chronobiologists and sociologists on this project, and it's really about if you have a burnout patient, this could be probably interesting as a form of therapy to really use. If you start to understand your body rhythm, then you can restructure your day, and that will help you to be more relaxed.
Okay. Thank you very much. Now, other top tips I've heard today for having a good night's sleep include cutting out late night caffeine and alcohol, also trying to get out a bit more in the daylight, and just trying to let yourself wind down, let your brain switch off before bedtime, maybe even a spot of meditation. Hope some of that helps.
Theory versus